When you think disturbing, Batman isn't usually the first thing that comes to mind. But in 2009, Rocksteady Studios decided to grace us with the absolute masterpiece that is Batman Arkham Asylum. The main premise is that Batman is trapped on an island full of his greatest foes, all thanks to a scheme cooked up by the Joker. AKA everyone's favourite killer clown that isn't secretly a giant spider or drives an ice cream truck. And given the subject matter, it's one hell of a disturbing experience. Granted, there's a rather large amount of time where you're the one dishing out the horrors on the hapless mooks thanks to the brilliantly done free-flow combat and Predator stealth systems. However, we're more interested in the points where the game decides that you get to be scared for once. Sure, Poison Ivy and Bane aren't all that bad, and your interactions with Riddler and Harley Quinn are more funny than scary, but everyone else is just... oh boy. Killer Croc is as intimidating as you'd expect a giant crocodile man to be, and there's a really tense moment where you have to slowly travel through his lair, and Croc can pop out of the water at any moment. The Joker is as creepy as ever, especially when you see the results of his plan stumbling across the corpse of his victims, amongst other things. Hell, the first main gameplay section after the intro has you wander through the halls of the intensive treatment facility, seeing the carnage the Joker has caused firsthand. Dead bodies of Arkham staff and Joker graffiti litter the halls, and not long after you come across a room full of his trademark Joker toxin. Hell, it's not limited to that opening section, as you can come across all sorts of grisly scenes as you explore Arkham Island, some of which serve as reference to Batman's larger Rose Gallery. However, the absolute creepiest inhabitants of the asylum are Victor Zsasz and Scarecrow. Zsasz is pretty bad, being an insane serial killer with a pathological need to murder, who's covered in tally marks with each one representing a victim. Yet, he's got nothing on Scarecrow. Scarecrow's whole thing is making people experience their worst fears, and he shows up 3 times throughout the game, each encounter way more disturbing than the last. Each time as you playing through a sequence that really messes with your head before being forced into a nightmarish world where you face down a giant Scarecrow. Kinda disappointing that the later games toned down the creepy factor, if you ask me.